So Nathan, first training session back this afternoon at the Towbar Express Stadium. How did you find it out there?
Great seeing the boys, great seeing everyone around the place. Stadium's been spruced up. But in general, good session. It's good to be back.
Yeah, certainly a fair bit of quality on display for a first session as well.
Yeah, we didn't want to make it too hard first session back. Everything was ball related, disguise running. But yeah, there was lots of technique in there as well. Good quality, but most importantly, the lads have worked hard and got something out of the session as well.
Yeah, a number of new faces kicking around, obviously the new signings that have come in, but good to see a few of the under-19s players sort of blending into the training session as well.
Yeah, brilliant, and great for the lads, and listen, they've not looked out of place, they've done really, really well. I just had a quick word with them at the end, thank them for coming, and they'll be involved with us throughout this pre-season.
So in terms of the new lads then, you could sort of see from the outset the experience of the likes of sort of Gary Liddell, who's obviously joining yourself on the coaching staff, but as well Haslam Suka.
Yeah, massively experienced now, isn't he? He's left us 2 years ago. He went on to the next level up. I've watched him a few times with Darlington. Could see he developed his leadership skills. And it was a sign, and I didn't think we could get hold of. We have, and it's a massive positive for us moving forward.
So in terms of how the squad's shaping up now, then Nathan, how are you feeling about sort of the numbers that you have and the areas in which players that you've got?
Numbers a little bit light. We've got 16 at the moment. We're not going to get through a season with 16 players, but in terms of quality, very, very happy. It's been a long, rigorous off-season. It's been relentless in terms of meetings and the amount of work that's gone into it, but I'm very, very happy with our recruitment.
Yeah. Because I know obviously supporters will be maybe a little bit frustrated looking at the names that have gone out, but you can certainly say that there's a lot of quality that's come through the door to replace them.
Yeah, there is without a doubt. We've lost a lot of fans' favourites, of course we have, but it's an evolving team now. Players move on in football, and whilst fans are emotional about that, I get that. As a manager, for me, I can't be emotional. I've got to make decisions. I've got to be objective. I've got to take a step back, and genuinely, I think we've made the right decisions. And looking at what we've recruited now, again, I'm very optimistic going into the new season. Yeah.
So obviously, pre-season football kicks off next weekend as we speak against Bishop Auckland, and again, pretty much straight away, that will be a tough test because Chris Hardy's side always well drilled.
Yeah, there will be. They've just come up. Obviously, won the Northern League. Comfortably in the end. They're well invested. They're a club going places, and they've got a brilliant setup down there. But listen, without going into it too much, it's pre-season. I don't want to look down. It's an important game in the sense of it's our first game back. I think it'll be their second. It's Tony Lee's memorial. There's something in it there as well, remembering Tony. But we need to look at it selfishly from our point of view. We need to get what we need to out of it, which will be fitness. We'll need to rotate the players. That goes without saying. It's the first game back. And hopefully the most important thing is we come out of it injury free.
Yeah, absolutely. So then going forward in pre-season, just how do you sort of structure games in pre-season, sort of how you look at how many minutes you give to players, so on?
It's just a working brief. We've got obviously the squad's quite thin. We're not a Premier League football club with 20 odd, 30 odd players. We've got to manage it through the games. There'll be blisters, there'll be knocks, there'll be stiffness. We've just got to, like I said, continually rotate it. There'll be players playing out of positions at times, I would imagine. But it's a nice thing about this squad. It's very versatile, and it was part of the recruitment strategy. We needed versatility within the squad. We've got that. But we've got to take it game by game. But the idea is, as we get towards the end, we need to peak in for that Stockton game, ready for the season over the week after.
Yeah, absolutely. And then obviously looking at the squad, then Nathan, is there any more recruitment that you might be looking to do, or is there maybe irons in the fire?
Yeah, we're always open. You've got to be if you want to progress as a football club. We can't close the door shut. There's always players available, and we'll have a couple of 2 or 3 trialists coming in over the next few weeks. Like I say, if they impress and they're better than what we've got and they're going to improve us, then yeah, we'll certainly look at it.
Yeah, cause sometimes obviously patience is a little bit of a virtue, isn't it, when it comes to trialists? Because as we saw last season, we didn't pick Alfie Doherty up until the last pre-season game, did we? So sometimes you do have to have that little bit of patience.
Yeah, we've got to, and the people at this football club know that as well. if you're going to be successful, you've always got to have your eyes and ears open with players. It's as simple as that, and this season will be no different.
Thank you very much, Nathan.
Thank you.